Hello and welcome to the next secret video on my channel. In this video I will show you a checkmate and 8 move strat that you can do with the black chess pieces, which starts with the Englund Gambit. Of course, it's not a 100% chance that you are going to win against your opponent every single game with this trap, but you will still have a big advantage against your opponent after the first several moves. So let's get started. At first I will show you how it would look like, how the trap would look like, if the trap will work perfectly. So if the opponent will do every move that you want him to do. So I've already said the trap begins with the Englund Gambit, and the Englund Gambit begins with pawns d4, e5. Here white accepts the gambit, so they take out your pawn on e5, and from now on you don't stop attacking the white army. So you start with knight c3 with the attack on white's pawn here. White can just defend this pawn, they play knight f3. And now you play queen e7 with the attack on white's e5 pawn with the second chess piece. So now you attack with the knight on c6 and with the queen on e7. And now the only good way how to defend this pawn with the white army is here to play bishop f4. Now you play your very nice and also very strong move, and that's queen b4 with the check on white's king, but also with the attack on white's bishop on f4, who's defending their pawn on e5, plus the attack on white's b2 pawn, which is a very dangerous square because of the rook here in the corner of the chessboard. So now the best move that white can play is to move back again with the bishop here on d2 to block the check and to attack the queen. And now you just use your chance, so you take out white's pawn on b2 with your queen, and you attack white's rook here on a8, on a1, sorry. And now here you have to be a bit lucky so that the trap will work, because often your opponent will just play knight c3 to defend their rook on a1 with their own queen. But sometimes the white army will try to trap you, and that is what you want him to do. So white thinks they can trap your queen, and they will play bishop c3. Now they attack the queen, and the queen can't take out the bishop here because of the knight, but they also now can't take out the rook because of the bishop. And now the brilliant move, bishop b4. You pin your enemy's bishop here on c3 with your own bishop, so that he can't take out your queen on b2 because of the check then. Here, except of trading bishops now for the white army, he can't move away, so he can just play queen d2 to defend the bishop. And now you just trade bishops, so you take out the enemy's bishop on c3 with your own bishop, and after your opponent has taken out your bishop on c3 now with the defense of their knight on b1, you just have a checkmate in one move, and that's queen c1. Now you have won in 8 moves. But of course, how I've already said, this won't happen in every single chess game. But if you go back to the beginning, every time when your opponent plays d4, so trying to play the queen's gambit, you can just answer with pawn e5 and try the Englund Gambit. If he accepts it, you just attack the pawn with knight c6, and he defends their pawn with knight f3, and then you attack the pawn again with queen e7. In the trap that I've shown you, now the white army answers with bishop f4 to defend their pawn also a second time. But if the white army would be a bit smarter than that, they wouldn't play bishop f4, but rather bishop g5 with the attack on your queen on e7. Now, you either, when you're playing the black chess pieces, have to play pawn f6 to defend the attack, or you have to move away with the queen, for example, up here on e6, or also here on c5. But let's say your opponent isn't that smart, so he plays in this situation now bishop f4. Now you, playing the black chess pieces, trying to play this trap, you can just play queen b4, your big attack on, with a check here, and with the attack on the bishop on f4, and with the attack on b2. And now for the white army, really the best move is just to play bishop d2 to attack the queen on b4 and to block the check. If they will try to do anything else to block the check, because they can't move away, for example like pawn c3 or also knight c3, then you can just always take out white's bishop on f4 with your own queen, which wouldn't be good for them. But if, however, the white army decides to block this check with their own queen and to defend their now attacked bishop on f4 with this move too, then you can just play b2 with winning this rook on a1 without any problems. So here this position for the white army is really the best move to just play bishop d2. And now you just take out white's pawn on b2 with the queen and attack the rook on a1 in the corner of the chessboard. Now the only ways for the white army, or the only options for the white army how to defend their rook, is to play bishop c3 or knight c3. To be honest, the move knight c3 is really better. But if your opponent plays c3, you continue with the trap, so you continue with the very good move bishop b4, pinning their bishop on c3. And now the white army, of course, instead of playing queen d2, can also trade here the bishops. So the white bishop on c3 takes out your bishop on b4, but now you don't take out the bishop with your queen with a check, but you rather take it out with your knight. And now you don't only threaten to take out white's rook on a1, but you're also threatening to fork the white army with knight c2. Now you fork the king with a check, and you attack the rook with knight 2. But if in this situation here before, they decide not to trade the bishops, but rather to play queen d2, then you just trade, so you take out white's bishop on c3 with your own bishop. If he takes with the queen, you have a checkmate in one move with queen c1. But if they don't take with the queen, but rather here with the knight, then you can just take out white's rook here in the corner of the chessboard with a check. So both options are very, very bad for the white army. That was it already with this video about this checkmate and 8 move strat that you can play with the black chess pieces, which starts with the Englund Gambit. How you have already seen, this trap won't of course work in every single game, but you will still have a big advantage against your opponent after the first several moves. I hope that you once will try out this trap in a real chess game, and I also hope that you liked this video. If you liked this video, feel free to leave a like there and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Till next time, bye!